1-2. So at the innings break, we have Chillies on 146 of their 20 overs. Not a bad score. Seems a pretty decent wicket to bat on. And then CSK now will be looking to chase this down. Just over 7 runs per over. So I think the power play would be crucial as the new ball tends to travel much quicker on this very fine outfield put together today by these groundsmen. And we wait for the resumption of play shortly with CSK in pursuit of 146. Chillies made in their 20 overs allotted. So join us shortly, maybe in the next 10 minutes or so, where we'll have CSK in pursuit of 146 from Chillies. See you soon. Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, to the pursuit of 146. CSK will try to overthrow Chillies, who made a very fine total of 146. And just to refresh our memory about the summary of the game so far, as it stands, Chillies put together a lovely score of 146. Krishan coming up with 62 off his 47, and Kasamayan also 22 off 18. So a good start there. Of course, Mishra took 2 for 9 off his 2 overs, and of course Demar Johnson 1 for 22, and Dar also coming up with 2 for 23. So we have live broadcast here at the Jimmy Powell Oval. Thank you very much for joining us. Cayman Cricket, K Sport, K Sport 360. Our Vice President Ricardo Roach is off this weekend, and so yours truly will be handling the proceedings as we take strike here. Seems to be Chapmandu as he look to take charge of this event. 146 is the score to get. 7.3 runs per over required. Not a mad asking rate at this stage. You would take that as a chasing team on a good surface and a lovely sunny day here in Jimmy Powell Oval. And some good players to come in this CSK, this Chillies lineup. So Chillies to get, maybe we have saying this wrong, Chillies to get 146. Looking forward to seeing the likes of Demar Johnson, who is in this Chillies lineup. Hard-hitting right-hand player. As we look to start now. Kumar from the far end. It's a good start into the offside. No run taken. Good start there by Kumar. And as I said before, we are live here at the Jimmy Powell Oval. Umpire Courtney Young in our shot. Fine umpire for many years for the Cayman Islands. Into the onside. Looks to be in the gap as well. Lovely shot to start. What a beautiful shot that was. In through the onside for 4. Through the mid-wicket area, which is quite open. That man at mid-wicket is very straight. Almost between long on and mid-wicket. So he wasn't in the straight on mid-wicket position. And that was a lovely shot for 4. Good way to start by Chamindu. I think there Kumar just straight onto the leg stump. Missing his length and line, and was equally dispatched by Chamindu, which was ready to capitalize on that loose delivery. Side, that one will go into the fence for 4. Another good shot through the offside this time from Chamindu. Is not wasting any time to get into this attack. As I said before, the new ball, the power play is going to be crucial because the new ball does travel a fair bit more than when it gets older and softer. So I think Chillies are fully aware that this power play is very important to this run chase. Run rate already coming down. Good delivery. Fantastic from Kumar. Good answer. Good reply. After being hit through the offside. Lovely delivery. That is the area he needs to be bowling. Just on and off the off stump. It's a good length. Can't go forward. Can't go back. And Chamindu just reaching for that one and was unsuccessful. Fortunate for him. Didn't take the edge on the way through to the keeper. That one is hit high and handsome. Beautiful shot. One bounce into the fence for 4. All the way for 6. And I think from our vantage point, it looked to have bounced inside the ropes. However, umpire Courtney Young, arms stretched upwards, signals 6 runs. And that was a beauty of a shot. Just hit through the line, is Chamindo. Beautiful hands. And it went all the way for 6. Excellent start here from Chillies. Another good shot through the offside. This time might not make it all the way. And it may just make it way. No, good stop on the good fielding on the boundary. And he's getting that one pulling inside the ropes. And that one only 2 runs. It looks to be 3 in the end. Fantastic start here by this Chillies team. On the attack from early. Chamindo already 17 runs off 6 delivery. What a fantastic start he's had. A 6 and a couple of boundaries, 3 boundaries. 2 boundaries to add to that 6 straight over long off. And just the kind of start Chillies is looking to have. As we begin over number 2, seems to be Jason into the attack. Full delivery. Hit over the long on area. Into the fence now for 4. And Chamindo is wasting no time to get into this attack. He is flying now. Already on some 23 runs. The scores will get adjusted shortly. But that 4 should take him to 21. 21 off 7. And he's absolutely smashing it at the moment. Jason starting with a loose delivery, full toss, dispatched away with disdain by Chamindo. Jason this time, better delivery, better length. Still able to tuck that one into the onside. Wow, what a fantastic strike over long on for 6. for 6. That went all the way. Absolutely gave it a belting. Full extension of the arms. Swung that away, Chamindo, for 6. And this is the start Chillies were looking to have in the power play. Only 2 overs gone so far. Already 27 runs on the board. Chamindo scoring all 27. And he's faced all 12 deliveries so far. And I tell you, that last shot was dispatched in disdain. Absolutely smashed it over long on for 6. That one into the onside. I think that was the first delivery that Kieran faced so far, because Chamandu has so far faced all 2 overs that have bowled, and he's absolutely going well at the moment. Looks a very dangerous player. Has a lovely swing of the bat. Absolute no-nonsense type of approach to his innings so far. He's dispatched every loose delivery. And as a live here at the beautiful Jimmy Powell Oval, Chamindo again takes strike. And seems like Kumar continues from the far end. Down the pitch, into the air, just over the man at short cover. They look to get 1. And I think that was mistimed. The first really false shot from Chamindo. So far he's looked dominant. Seems to back himself. Maybe moved and walked into that delivery. Maybe didn't really need to do that. He's been hitting it well from a good base and was able to dispatch a few. That one hit it on the move and clearly didn't get the same sort of power and elevation he needed. That one was tugged into the onside. Feeling there by, seems to be the man at mid-wicket. A quick run there could have been tricky. However, got there safe in the end. The field a bit slow to the ball. And now Kieran is trying his best to get off strike, give the man in form the strike. Chamindo, which is a very good tactic. Kieran there playing his role, smart, thinking his game. Kumar continues from the far end to Chamindo, who is looking to go after pretty much every delivery. That one down the leg side. May have brushed something on the way through to the wicket keeper. No signal from umpire Courtney Young, long-standing Cayman veteran umpire. Many years umpired in the World Cup under 19 some years ago, and also did many international ICC tournaments in the Americas region as well. Good delivery by Kumar. Every time he's hit that length, he's getting some success. And I'm not sure why he's spraying the ball all over the place, because clearly from that length, Not as easy for Kumar, not as easy for Chamindo to go under the delivery and get the elevation that he is looking for. A dot ball to finish that over. Good finish there by Kumar. Chamindo still flying on 28 or 15 deliveries. Kieran at the non-strikers then now face up to, seems like he's not been facing many deliveries, but that seems to be a tactic. So far only 3 deliveries faced. And since Chamindo in form, the most attacking of the two, I think tactically Chillies are making sure that Chamindo faces most of the delivery in this power play, which has 3 overs so far, scoring at 10 runs and over. Don't forget, we started out needing about 7 runs per over. It's down now to 6.82 based on that good start. Chamindo, the main reason, 28 or 15. Seems like Jason continues from the Jimmy Powell oval end. That one is, it's a little bit of the outside edge to the man, sort of look like a short third man, wideish. It looks like a very, very deep slip position, but I'm sure he should have been third man, just a bit very fine. That one tugged into the onside. They look to get one. Come through pretty simply, easy in the end. Again, Kieran tactically trying to make sure that he gives the strike to the man in form. I think that's not a bad idea, since Chamindo has been going all guns blazing so far, 28 or 15, scoring at nearly 200 runs per over, per ball. 200% strike rate. Another fantastic shot. Down the ground, but straight to the man at long off. And they were set that man deliberately and bowl wide of the stump. And CSK has pulled off a fantastic play of cricket here. That man was dropped deep at long off. And the ball was wide of the off stump, so he had to fetch that delivery. And only been successful to hitting it straight to the man at long off. And I guess CSK, having read the play very well, I know Chamindo will not resist going for that delivery. Tactically outsmart in the end. Well done by CSK. It's always good to see good cricket, some thinking behind the game. And in this occasion, tactically, CSK got it right. Jason celebrates, still applauding, very pleased with himself to be able to have executed such a fantastic run of play. Basically, what was very simple. Chamindo was going after the delivery, so they decided to drop that man at long off and then go wide of the crease, asking him to reach for that delivery, and only been successful to hit it straight to that man. But it was a fine start by Chamindo. He goes for 28 or 15 of 16 deliveries. Gave his team a fantastic start. Again, Jason into the wicket, wide, through the man at the offside, through the cover region. They take one, easily come back for the second. And Jason has gone to a tactic of bowling into the wicket, wide of the off stump. Asking the Chillies players, left-handers, to reach for the delivery. Again, Jason continues into the wicket. Again, that same line of delivery. Good stop in the outfield. Man at cover, dive in there, seems to be Imagine Paul. Good stop. And Dar comes through for one. It's a very good tactic here by CSK, and Jason is executing very well. Seems to have realized that into the wicket, wide of the off stump, gives the batsman less options, and it seems to be working so far. Let's see if he continues that. Now this one into the wicket, but going down the leg side, no real appeal from the bowler. I guess something came off the bat maybe. At the end of that over, good over. Jason, where he was successful in getting the wicket of Chamindo, who was certainly going after the attack. Very good comeback there tactically from the CSK team. Certainly a much better option into the wicket. Here is Dar facing up to Jason, who left and right hand combination might be causing him some problems at this stage. Not able to adjust his line on this occasion, but has been bowling very well. As I said before, was successful in his previous over, getting rid of Chamindo, the dangerous Chamindo, who was going all guns blazing. 27 off 16. Jason seems to found the solution into the wicket wide of the off stump was deployed. Let's see if he goes back to that to Dar as well. Again, lovely delivery. Good areas from Jason. And Dar very watchful on this occasion. No need to go after the ball in the 5 overs gone, 46 runs already on the board. And chase pursuit of 146. Tucked into the offside. And that's the first single taken. That's 2. Jason doing a fantastic job here for his team. After picking up that wicket, being successful this over. Other than the wides, it seems to be the left and right hand combination that's causing him some challenges. But has been bowling good areas. Short, pulled into the onside. They take 1. Seems to settle for 1 run. And I know, just as I said before, this over just struggling with a little bit left and right combination. Not able to adjust his line. But has been doing a good job for his team. Finishing his 3rd over now after the first over. Went for a bit of a stick from Chamindo. The last 2 overs gone pretty well, as I said, despite those extras that would have tarnished his over, but other than that, has been hitting good areas and doing a job for his team. Chris Barrage continues from the far end here at Jimmy Powell Oval, getting some purchase into the offside. Seems to be a drop chance from the man at short cover. Dar back away to hit that one and only been successful hitting it in the air towards that man. Very fortunate to got away with that one is Dar. Last over played a reverse sweep to counter the leg spinner. Another wild shot through the onside. Missed it all around. Barrage doing a good job for his team. Looping that one into the offside. Hit over extra cover. Should make it to the fence. 4 runs. A loose delivery. Put away. Got what it deserved in the end. Barrage striving to give the ball some air. Ended up only bowling a full toss. And Dar says, thank you very much. Dispatch that one through the offside boundary for 4. To that man at the short cover, he seems to be very busy. With Chris Barrage going through and around the wicket. The left-hander tends to open up a bit, trying to push through the offside. Might not be the best idea. Again, going for the reverse sweep. That ball passing the wicket keeper. They take 1, look for 2. Possibly 3. No, they settle for 2. Chillies would need to continue here, score at a pretty good rate, and the ball does get softer later on. But they have taken advantage of the power play. 56 runs here. 1 wicket down. The dangerous player Chamindo, who was 27 off 16, was the main culprit in getting those runs. Seems to be a change here in the attack. Parthy comes from the Jimmy Powell overland to start his innings, to start his bowling. Starts with on wide of the off stump, and Dar playing that shot into the offside. Takes one. Parthy continues from the Jimmy Powell overland. That one into the pitch. Kieran. This might be a run out chance here. And a comedy of errors. I'm not sure what happened with the wicketkeeper, but he seems to be holding on to his right thigh. But certainly, Kieran was well out of his crease. Should have been run out. Not sure what was happening here. Hitting that one to the outside. No run again. Parthy doing the job for his team here. Bowling into the pitch. Swung up through the long side to the man at deep mid wicket. Only successful to get one. That one beats the man at short cover. That one, Parthy. Kieran hitting through the offside to the man at point, beaten. Looks to make all the way to the boundary. Will it get there? No, it won't. Pulls inside the stumps, inside the boundary line. They go for two. 60 for one now. That's actually 62 for one after over number 8. And you wouldn't, at this stage, Chillies would be fairly comfortable with where they are. Barrage continues full delivery. And that one, I believe, may have got away with one because that delivery was very much into the slot. Not a reverse sweep. Looks to go straight to the man at a wideish third man this time. Didn't really get the power. He got last couple of overs. Went for four. This time around, finding that man at white third man. Another shot to the offside, straight to the man at sweeper boundary. Throws that one back in. Only successful in getting one run. Stumped. Beautifully bowled by Barrage. Lovely loop on the delivery, and Kieran stretched and reached for that leg spinner. Big turn, big purchase off the pitch. And the keeper did the rest. Barrage got his success eventually. I think he has not bowled very much deliveries to the right hander, and that may have been a problem. He's not had a chance to settle in the leg spinner. But on this occasion, big turn, big bounce. Kieran not able to make any contact with the delivery, and the wicketkeeper finalized what was in the end a very simple stumping. Kieran goes after batting all the way through the power play, not really facing a lot of deliveries, but certainly played his part in giving Chimindo the strike earlier. So didn't really cause any issues soaking up too many deliveries. 63 for 2, still in a good position is the Chillies team in pursuit of 146 or 83 runs to get off 11. Still just about where they started at 7 runs per 7 runs point 4 required per over to win this contest. But as so far the spinners have put a lid on things and doing a fantastic job pulling things back after a fantastic start from Chillies. Chris Barras certainly getting some turn. Finished a successful over from him. 3 overs for 13 runs, 1 wicket. Good. The captain will be very happy with that over right there. As we take a look at the worm, you can see the worms trying to make contact, which means that CSK are slowly pulling things back. Earlier, as you can see clearly, the gap between the two worms. However, now you can see them overlapping, which means CSK is slightly taking the initiative here in this game. Chile certainly have a lot of fireworks to come, a lot of good players in the hut to come, so they are still no real cause for concern as they look to pursuit of this 146. Seems to be a change in the bowling now. Now party continues from the Jimmy Powell overland. Into the pitch, that one hit to the man at long off. Come first. What is a simple single taken by Dar. Good start there by Parthy, and Seems to be Amil who is joined Dar at the crease after that a stumping by the wicketkeeper. And Amil is the kind of player who looks to... That's a beautiful shot. Wow, all the way straight past the bowler for 4. And Amil, as I was about to say, is the kind of player, more of a touch player. Does not look to go hard after the deliveries early. But that shot right there was a shot of confidence, hitting straight back past the bowler for 4. It's a very good shot. And as I said, he is a touch player. Looks to work the ball into the gaps early in his innings, then look to go after later on. Hit in the air, high and handsome. That one looks to be going all the way for 6. And he has made an absolute mockery of my commentary. I said he was a touch player, but on this occasion, the ball was in the slot and he gave it the full extension. Went all the way for 6. Amil now just come to the crease, already on 10 off 4. But that delivery was asking to be hit, and Amil said, thank you very much. Full extension of the arms, all the way over long off for 6. Party goes around the wicket now. Amil again hitting that one high, in the air. Straight to the man at long on. Looks to be juggling, dropped it. Not good from CSK. Amil didn't resist that delivery and only came through for 1 in the end, but not a good shot at all. May have thought, I got the first one for 6, this one could go as well. Didn't get the elevation he needed, and only finding out that man at long on. And dropped for him. Fortunately for Amil, still there, lives to fight another day. And certainly Party will feel a little bit adjudged here because he has been taken apart in the first part of his over, and then when he got a chance to get the player out, was dropped and let down from his fellow teammate. So it puts a damage on his stats. I want to say welcome to everyone who has joined us on the streaming. From anywhere in the world you are right now, thank you for joining us here at the Jimmy Powell Oval, where we have a clash between Chillies Cricket Club and CSK, Cayman Super Kings. They call it the India Derby here in Cayman. And on the camera systems, we have young Marlon Sakdu, who is handling the ball tracking, one of the young cricketers from here in Cayman Islands. And I want to give him a shout out for his fantastic work so far. Barrage continues. This might be his last over. Another reverse sweep. High and handsome. That one will go. Umpires asking where it went. Looks to be 4. Signal there by umpire Courtney Young. 4 runs. That seems to be the go-to shot for the release from Dar to counter the leg spin of Chris Barrage. Much more comfortable doing that as opposed to trying to hit the delivery through the offside. Don't want to open himself up to the leg spinner. Successful on this occasion. It's still there on 25 off 23 runs, 23 balls. Barrage still continuing to go around the wicket. I think he's missing his length. When he does hit that area, he is bowling well. That's much better. Past everything. Wicketkeeper missed it. Batsman missed it. Fielder gives chase. Stops it just inside. No signal from the umpire. And they snuck through another run. Umpire did not signal, so I'm wondering if that was an edge on the delivery. Yes, it seems to be scored as runs. So Dar may have got his bat on that and keeper missed it. So runs signal. Barrage, I haven't had any chance to bowl too many deliveries to the right-handers, but as a leg spinner, he would have much preferred to be bowling to the right-handers and not the left-handers. Let's see what he does here to finish up his spell. Got a chance now to bowl to Amil, who seems to be taking a mid-stump guard. Chris will look to land those big deliveries on just about on middle and off, going away. If he can get his length right, he can be quite dangerous. He does get the ball to turn a fair bit. Good delivery. Well negotiated there by Amil. Chris Barrage finalizing his spell. Not a bad return for him. Another good delivery. And Amil seems to be very watchful at this stage to the leg spinner. Chris now well into his final over. 4 deliveries gone. And Chillies really does not have to take much risk at this stage. You're already 83 runs on the board after 10. Barrage to finish up his 4 over spell. 2 balls to go in this spell. As a leg spinner, we tend to go searching for wickets and then bowled short into the pitch. Pushed into the offside. They go for 1. Amil not interested in taking a second. Now they do. Overthrows the fielder. Not very good from CSK. Very sloppy work in the outfield. Come through for a second. And Chris Barrage finishes spell. 22 runs, 1 wicket off his 4 overs. Not a bad return considering how fast Chillies went off in the early couple overs. They pulled it back nicely, but Chillies now really and truly set on 85 off 2 with two wickets down. 11 overs already gone. Seems to be a change in wicket keepers. Some refreshments here for the players. It's pretty a warm day here in West Bay. It looks to be Jason. No, not sure. Took his hat back from the umpire. Dar still there. And his partner Amil. As you can see, Rocky's Diamond in Vino. Sponsors there for Chillies. Travel Pros as well on the back in Vienna and Rockies. Beautiful shot of the sponsors logos in this shot. Rockies Diamonds, one of the major contributors to Cayman cricket. The owner himself, a board member, has given his time and effort and energy to grow in the sport here, and is one of the founders of the Chillies team, and possibly other 2, and a stalwart here in Cayman cricket. We owe quite a bit of gratitude to Rockies. His team here seems to be in control of this run chase. 85 for 2 now. Dar now would consider himself set at 28 runs off 24. Seems to be a change in the attack. Sahil comes from the Jimmy Powell overland now. Into the onside. Picked up by the man at mid-wicket for 1. A lovely day here at Jimmy Powell Oval. Beautiful shot to the offside. Wouldn't make it to the boundary though. That man at the deep sweeper boundary to throw that back in. They got two looking for the overthrows. And they did successfully. So 3 runs looking for another overthrow. CSK not being very tidy in the outfield. And with a run chase where the team is going so well, every run counts. They might need to tighten up on those overthrows and wides, as it's going to cost them in the end. That one full hit to the man at long on. Easy single taken. Sahil finishes his over. 11 runs off his first. And I would say at this stage 96 for 2 with all of 8 overs to go. Dar they're well set on 35 off 28. I'm seeing the youngster Rocky Jr. bringing the drinks on for the elder statesmen and the Chillies team. So good to see. The youngster soaking up the moment on the field. Also giving the umpires some refreshment. Lovely. Lovely to see. I'm sure we'll see him on the field very soon. He's a member of the under 15 team. And on the field for CSK is a young Alessandro Morris Jr., also a youngster from the under 15s on the field. Always good. Last week we saw young Dahavian, who got a chance to play for Paramount Cricket Club. He was also on the field. And one thing, the organizers of Cayman Cricket, headed by Mr. Ricardo Roach, also came up with this idea of having the youngsters being able to play whenever they're free with any team. As a stroke of genius. Now expose the youngsters to playing a lot more cricket, which I think is fantastic. Jar now continues, hit that one through the offside, into the gap. He goes for 1, looks to get 2. Comes back for comfortably for 2 runs. He moves on to 37 off 30 balls. And may just be the anchor type of innings that's required for Chillies to get home. It's not been the most comfortable innings, but it's certainly effective. Back and across, hit that one through the offside again. Takes an easy single, comes back for 2, very easy. And Dar now milking the good deliveries and look to capitalize when the deliveries are bad. It's a pretty hot day. Looks to be gasping for a bit of air. Some field adjustments here. Making sure to get those angles right. Good delivery. It's over the top of the bowler to the man at long off. Easy single taken. Dar not interested in a second. Seems to be maybe struggling a little bit here with the heat. Certainly not moving as he did in the beginning of his innings. But so far has played a very good knock of 40 off 31. I think precisely at this stage exactly what his team needs. But it's shaping up to be what a good game of cricket. Of course, Chillies in the driver's seat now with only 2 wickets down. Amil now playing across the line. And look for the umpire shakes his head and gives that one out. It looks pretty adjacent from the camera shots. That one was on middle stump. And Amil played across the line. And I don't think umpire Courtney Young had any choice but to send him. Unless the only would have saved him is if he got a bat on it or something. But that was pretty straight on. Missed it completely and was sent on his way by umpire Courtney Young. And from this angle, we can say it looks pretty straight on. Amil not able to continue a good start that he had. But certainly his team is in a good position even at this stage. Looks to be Rahman who is heading to the crease to join with Dar. Major conference happening out there for the CSK players, looking to tighten things up and seize the initiative in this game, which is, would say for sure that Chillies would consider themselves at an advantage at this stage, while even though they've lost the wicket of Amil, still already 100 runs on the board, some 7.2 overs left to go, and 45 runs to get. And in this day and age, T20 cricket, that's very, very gettable, certainly with wickets in hand. And so Chillies will be feeling still fairly comfortable at this stage. CSK looking to take advantage of the momentum break that has happened, and now trying to get the field meticulously right. Some changes made to make sure that the new batter, Rahman, is maybe someone they understand play how he plays and looking to set the field. The umpires are having a small conference on the middle of the pitch. Not sure what's going on. Not seeing any real issues identified from the cameras. But certainly the umpires are not ready to go, so I'm not sure what's going on. Seems to be sorted now, and we may be looking to resume play. Umpire Courtney Young walks back to his marker. Quick single taken. The youngster's on the field as a substitute fielder. And he's the one that picked that up, young Rocky Jr. Seems to be a change in bowling here from the Jimmy Paul Oval. Short and wide. Down the leg side. One-handed swung through the onside boundary for 4. Abel Dar. Dar has just helped himself to another boundary. Moves now to 45. Runs off 33. And looking to get to his half century. A loose delivery there for start by Ravinid. And it was just swung away easily. Asking to be hit. Dar helped himself. Lovely shot in the end. One-handed but beautiful nonetheless. Another shot swung into the onside. Another boundary. And now Dar moves within 1 run of 50. And this is just not the kind of start to this over that Ravneet was hoping for. Wicketkeeper comes to give him a word. But Dar now moves on to 49 of 34. Started very watchful. And now looking to get to his half century. And you can't say it's not well deserved. He's worked hard. Again, now goes now. Full delivery. Good delivery through the gates, but not successful in hitting the stumps. That's much better from Ravneed. Dar reaching for that one. Looks to be slightly tiring at this stage of his innings, but just within 1 of 50. Reverse sweep. Missing that one. And definitely some fatigue showing here from Dar. But he's batted so well, it would be a shame if he doesn't get to that half century. For the neutrals here, we would love to see him get it. Down the ground. Another dot delivery. So Dar here, after getting those 2 easy 4s, have faced a couple of dot deliveries. Up and wide into the offside again. Another dot ball. So other than those 2 4s, maybe not taking full advantage of working those deliveries into a single or two and losing some momentum. Last four deliveries, four dot deliveries. So good finish there by Ravneet. Finally bringing up that half century. Dar, fantastic knock from him. And we missed it, but he was certainly well played in the end, my brother. Well played. Full delivery. Tugged through the onside by Raman. Looking for that extra run. A few overthrows by CSK today. Not very tidy. And let's take a knock. Look at Dar's innings. 50 runs now. Of 40 deliveries. Anchors the innings so far. Fantastic from him. Exactly what his team needed. Down the pitch. Hit that one high and handsome. Down over the bowler's head. Looks to go into defense. Good fielding on the boundary. That's fantastic fielding. And they all got one. Dar swinging that one. Flying past the man at third man. Into the fence now for 4. And thick outside edge. Dar now well set on 55. Looking to go after the attack. No ball. No ball signal. A free hit coming up. Not taking advantage of. Herman maybe trying to hit that one too hard. Good delivery there by Kamar. Steered into the onside. That one past the man at short, at square leg. They go for 1, look for 2. Easy in the end. And I would say at 126 for 3 after 16, well, 15.5 overs now. Another 20 runs to get from 4 overs. You would say that the batting team certainly has the advantage at this stage. And when we get a pause in the next over, we'll look at the worm, a little bit of the match summary. Good delivery that from Kumar, but certainly well played by Dar. Successful in keeping that one out, and now moves to 57. Another 19 runs required, 18 runs required now, 4 overs. Should be plain sailing here on from Chillies for Chillies team. Still have the exciting Demar Johnson to come. Lots of batting left in this team, and they'll be fairly comfortable at this stage. So at this stage, a fairly comfortable Chillies. They're well set on 57 of 45 deliveries. We wanted to have a look at the worm to see how things are shaping up, matching up the two teams. I would think that at this stage, Chillies have certainly been on par and just falling just below that worm in over number 16. But certainly with the wickets in hand, you would have to say has the advantage. And a set batsman in Dar who is there on 57 off 45. Absolutely played An anchor role here for his team. Young Morris into the attack to bowl. His left arm Chinaman. Good start. Get some turn. Scored it off into the offside. Take a single there by Dar. The young man getting his opportunity to bowl. And certainly one of the prospects for Cayman in the future. His left arm Chinaman developing quite well at his age. Looks to bowl to Rahman now. Oh, good start that. Good delivery. Maybe a little bit too full. Would like to be hitting that delivery a little bit further down in front of the batsman, asking him to reach for it. Give the ball some time to spin. Let's just see. Not a bad start here. Second delivery. Another good delivery. Skirted outside the outside edge. Running for one. Could be two. Yes. Looks for two. And hands on hip. Bowled a fantastic delivery, but that's the way the game goes. Hit the outside half of the bat. Went close to the boundary on the past the man at slip. He's sending him a little bit finer now for those outside edges. Good delivery. Excellent delivery that. Dot ball. It's very good from the young man. Has been working on his craft. Into his marker now. Good delivery. And he's got him. Out stumped. And a little bit of a send off as well. Fantastic bowling from the young man. Absolutely beautiful. Beaten all ends up his Dar. And after a well played 60 or 48 was cleverly bowled by the young man. Out stumped. Definitely a good delivery. And feeling good about himself. Young Morris Dar, applauded by his team, appreciates certainly his innings that certainly put his team in a winning position. At this stage you would think it's unlikely that CSK can win from here. Another 14 runs to get. Still some 6 wickets in hand and 6 wickets in hand with another 3.3 overs plus to go, 3.1 overs to go. So you would say that CSK not really conceded, but certainly know that Chillies are in a much better position at this stage. Morris very meticulous with his outfield, sending instructions to the man at deep backward square, asking him to go back on the boundary and a little bit squarer. Good to see. Goes his marker now. Down the leg side, that one is swung away. Should be 4. Gets there, into the boundary now for 4. Loose delivery to finish what was a good over. Maybe holding that one on a little bit too tight. Certainly bowled well. And not apart from that last delivery. Had a fantastic over. So at this stage, another 10 runs to get from 3 overs. Should be fairly simple from here on for Chillies. No risk needed to be taken. Absolutely no reason. Chillies inching closer now to victory. Still another 5 deliveries in this over, and still just another 8 runs to get. Oh, up and over into the offside. That one is going to get very close to the boundary, but maybe not all the way for 4. And they've taken 2. Looks to be 3. Not good fielding. I'm not sure what happened here. Yes, 3 runs taken. And I think Chillies are going to look to try and finish it off in this over. Pete Johnson takes strike for the first time from the proposed school end. Kumar still left arm around. Full delivery, dot ball. Good delivery that to get first up. Full at the base of the topping crease. Pete Johnson there in shot. Hard hitting right hand player. False start. Into the offside, cracked. There's a man on the boundary, has no chance. And that one will go through the cover boundary for 4. And Pete Johnson does hit it hard. And on this occasion helped himself. A full toss outside the off stump hit. Smashed through the cover boundary for 4. Chillies now within 1 run of victory. Scores are level. So I think they will look to finish it off this over. Absolutely. I said before, still 2 overs, 2 balls to go. Smashed into the offside, up and over. 1 bounce to the man at deep cover, and that's it. That's it. Lovely. Chillies have won. And you have to say they were well in control of this run chase all the way to the end. A win by 6 wickets. Fantastic from Dar to set his team up. Very good from Dar. Very good overall cricket from him. 60 of 49. Chillies now easy victors by 6 wickets. Bad. Yeah, man, you're bad. So as you can see, Chillies here winning at the Jimmy Powell Oval by 6 wickets. Well played. Captain Damar Johnson leading his team out to shake hands with CSK, Cayman Super Kings. And this was a good game of cricket. Good to see a couple youngsters on the field as well. And as we can take a look here at what the worm shows us, and at no point did Chillies lose control of this chase. They were always either in front or on target. In the end, it was just so comfortable. The batting team, they bat themselves into a very good position with a solid innings of 60 from Dar. And early in the innings, Jamindu when after the bowling and the power play, scoring like 27 runs off 15 deliveries, we will have another game shortly where Paramount will take on. We'll get the details shortly. But there you go. Chillies winning by 6 wickets. And ladies and gentlemen, you've been treated to another fantastic K360 Sport, K-Sport 360 streaming in collaboration with Cayman Cricket. As I said, your VP Ricardo Roach is off island this week, so yours truly will take control of the proceedings. Hope you enjoy what we are going to broadcast. We have the youngster Marlon Satlu on the ball tracking camera. Later on we'll get a shot of him. And certainly we're in for another exciting day of cricket here at Jimmy Powell Oval. Join us shortly when Paramount will take on, I said we'll get the details very soon. And until